Hello and welcome to another video on nerves, stress and anxiety. Every single one of us, including myself, we all get nervous before a major event. Whether this be a theory test or a driving test or even a college or university exam, we all get nervous. Getting nervous is normal. Getting nervous is natural, and we must accept it. The problem is when we worry about getting nervous. In this case, the nerves become stress, and eventually the stress can become anxiety. When a person is anxious, they will find it harder to fall asleep. And if you don't sleep properly the following day, that will make you more anxious. And it becomes a vicious circle, which is extremely difficult to break. This is why sleeping before a major event, such as a driving test, is very important. During this video, I'm going to give you 10 tips to help you fall asleep faster and to get a deeper, better quality of sleep so that you can wake up feeling refreshed before the major event. Whether, as I said before, it's a theory test, a driving test, or a university or college exam. Now, before I start, it's important to remember that planning to fall asleep quickly starts several hours before actually hitting the bed. Tip number 10, exercise the day before. Exercise can contribute to deeper and longer sleep. Just 5 minutes jogging can trigger anti-anxiety responses in the body. Most of us enjoy a cup of coffee. So tip number 9 is to enjoy your coffee before 12 noon. The reason for that is that coffee contains a drug known as caffeine. Caffeine has a half-life of 6 to 8 hours. This means that if you have a cup of coffee at, let's say, 4 p.m., 6 to 8 hours later, when you are trying to go to sleep at 10, 11 o'clock, half the caffeine is still in your body, preventing you from falling asleep. Tip number 8 may seem obvious, but it's very important, and that is avoid alcohol. A lot of people are under the impression that alcohol will help them fall asleep faster. In fact, after consuming alcohol, your body is under immense stress trying to get rid of that alcohol. And that stress will be carried on to the next day. So avoid alcohol and reduce the stress for your driving test. Tip number 7 is preparation. Make sure you check and double check your email confirmation so you know exactly what time the test is. Driving tests are at awkward times. For example, like 10:04, 9:57. If you're tested at 9:57 and you arrived at 10 a.m., there is a possibility that the examiner may not conduct the test. Make sure that you know where your provisional driving license is and that you've made contact with your driving instructor so you know exactly what time and where he or she will be meeting you. Tip number 6 is to create a dark environment. We all have a circadian rhythm, and human beings have evolved to sleep when it's dark and wake up when it's light. However, these days we have lights all the time with the invention of the light bulb. So therefore, make sure there's no light coming in your room. Make sure that the curtains are closed and there's no light at all. If that's not possible, get an eye mask like this, for example, and make sure that that is all totally dark. If you haven't got access to an eye mask, you can just put any cloth over your eyes so that no light comes through into your eyes. Tip number 5, create a cool environment. Just in the way that human beings have evolved to go to sleep when it's dark, when it gets night, when it gets dark, the temperature falls. However, these days we have central heating, so make sure the central heating is turned off. Go one step further, have the window slightly open, or what you can do, have the fan on, or even take a warm shower an hour before going to sleep. When you come out of the warm shower, your body temperature will slowly start dropping. As the temperature drops, you start to feel sleepy. Tip number 4, I call it No Tech 60. This basically means an hour before you want to go to sleep, there should be no mobile phones, no laptops. These devices emit a blue light, and this blue light makes it harder for you to fall asleep. You may have a mobile phone or a laptop with a blue light filter. The blue light filter will reduce the amount of blue light, but it will not completely stop it. Furthermore, when you check your mobile phone, you may check your email and you may find that your manager has given you extra work to do. That will only cause you more stress. Or you might end up on Facebook, social media, and find out that all your friends, all your colleagues seem to be on holiday when you're not. It makes your mind run wild, which again makes it harder for you to sleep. You may end up checking your bank account and find out that you don't have the money that you thought that you had in there. Again, it makes your mind run wild, which makes it harder for you to fall asleep. Tip number 3, avoid drinking lots of water before you go to sleep. Some people actually have a bottle of water by their bedside. If you drink lots of water, you'll have to get up in the middle of the night to get rid of it. When you get up in the middle of the night, it only becomes harder to go back to sleep, especially when you know that you've got a major event coming up the next day, for example, a driving test. Tip number 2, a lot of people find that white noise will help them fall asleep. The sound of a fan in the background, or running water, a small waterfall, or even the sound of rain. You can get lots of apps with these sounds. So consider listening to one of these sounds, or even listen to light, soft music. And tip number 1, the final tip, is be positive. Whether you have a driving test, a theory test, or an exam, You must believe that you can do it. When you go to sleep, think about passing. Think about holding that pass certificate. If it's a driving test, think about walking into the showroom and choosing your car. Think about driving that vehicle. Well, that comes to the end of the video, and I hope that you will try some of these tips, and if they work, please do comment in the text below and let me know. If they don't work, again, please do let me know. As I said earlier, sleep is very important to reduce anxiety, to reduce stress and driving test nerves. Think positive and bear in mind the driving test is there to see how safe, how competent you are. You do not have to be good to pass the test. As long as you're safe and competent, you will pass. Thank you for watching.